group of people have been doing a ton of work, and Mike is the lead on that. But I'm going to ask you to do something really small. Over the next month, when it's critical, before the election, could each of you post one or two, or maybe a little bit more, on Nextdoor, explaining why you think that Proposition B should be abolished?
I've heard that they throw out political posts, but I'm not sure about that.
We've got a lot of stuff out there now, as long as it isn't about a person and there's no slurring. We're not going to say we hate John Joya and he's an idiot and we shouldn't do this. No, we're going to say Proposition
I can
B.
remain married then.
What?
Good, I can remain married then.
Well, they would kick that out. Anything that's libelous, those things get kicked out.
No,
But
That's not true.
I'm going to be sending out.
I'm banned for life.
Yeah, I know other people who are, but we've
Well,
got a lot out there already.
Anyway.
And if I'm going to send out to all the membership next week some sample things. But if you could all commit to doing it, it takes a minute. It's going to make a difference. We've gotten tons of people commenting on things that Mark has posted already. A lot of people waking up. And I've gone around when I'm chatting with people, like waiting in line, and said, did you hear about they're trying to increase the sales tax? And what are you talking about? Well, there's this Proposition B. And I act like I do my dumb blonde thing. And wow, I just heard about this thing. And wow, that's going to make things so much more expensive. And each person, regardless of their party, has said, oh my God, I'm going to look into that. I don't want more sales tax. I have not had a single person say no. So, casual conversation, it's a great thing to bring it up. But Nextdoor is very powerful because it multiplies. So if you're able to, and you're not banned already.
So Facebook,
Facebook, right.
YouTube.
But the advantage of Nextdoor is it's your neighborhood. It's
Right.
people who will be voting on it. Bill?
And I'm on
Contribute to your no
I'm not on
campaign.
any of it social media.
Can I write a check for $100? Let's say. Hey, Mark. No on whatever.
Mark.
I'm sorry, contributions to the campaign, say bill with $100. Explain the funding basis for it.
We are using general fund money at Cocoa Tax. We are not an independent. We're an independent expenditure committee. We're not raising funds for this. We're using our general fund. If you want to donate to if you want to donate to this purpose, I suggest that you print your own flyers or print a yard sign or whatever, and just do your own thing. We don't want to deal
I
with.
saw your
Yeah.
videos. They're just marvelous.
Jack Belgard did a wonderful job on that, and I would add to what Denise said. Those are now posted on YouTube. That's one thing you can also do is just share those videos, and we
Where
have.
would you find them?
What-
No, the YouTube videos that Jack did
They're on our YouTube channel.
for Cocoa Tax.
Yes.
And linked on their website, right?
Yeah, and we on our Facebook page we've also.
And how about the website?
And on our we have one of them on our Measure B website, on our Stop Measure B website. So
Measure B
yes,
Yeah.
stopmeasureb.com.
Yeah, and include that in your posts, because the Stop Measure B, because it's more than you're going to be able to put in any little post. So it's really powerful. Jack's done an amazing job. Everybody on the team, Brian's been very heavily involved.
So you're going to send samples out to all of us, or
Yes, my understanding, according to Mark, is that Cindy does have a way for me to send out to everybody. I don't,
email blast?
but all the information will be sent next week. And I'm just asking, make one little effort besides voting to get the word out, because I think the biggest problem, and that what they're counting on, is people do not know what this is about. And if they knew, regardless of their political background, they would not be happy about it. So
Another avenue is your local online press. So for instance, DanvilleSanRamon.com, Patch.com. And so
Independent
out in East County, the Antioch News and the Contra Costa News. So Alan Payton out in East County especially is very helpful. So utilize your online sources, because oftentimes they're glad to receive anything that's sent them. either letter to the editor or comments on an article after that article, those are good places to respond. Watch for East Bay Times in case an article appears there. There may be one. And watch for an opportunity to put in letters to the editor to support such positions that say no, or to just put your own in. I've given you this material today. Much of it is reflective of the ballot arguments themselves, which are on the websites. So most of what I developed comes from the two ballot arguments, which I coordinated, Measure B and Measure G ballot arguments. I essentially put those on in this form and added some pictures to it. So the ballot arguments themselves list all this stuff. And they are all factual. If you ever need a backup on any statement of fact, I haven't. So let me know. And I gave you those contacts. Yeah, I can give you every backup needed for any statement of fact that you've seen today or you find in ballot arguments. Betsy?
Yeah, I got a question for you. I'm not talking about the big merchants like the Costco's and the Safeways, but what efforts have you made to enlist the support of small businessmen? Because whatever you're spending in taxes, you're not spending with them.
Mark?
No, we really haven't. We're very small. So
No,
if that's something you want to, you can help us with
understand
that. That's where like we don't have all the ideas that we need, and that's obviously right. I mean, if we had enough people, we should be ringing the bell of every small business out there and asking for their support. So again, I know like we always are asking you to do stuff, but if that's something you'd help us with, we'd appreciate it.
Again, I wouldn't put it in terms of asking for support. I would put it in terms of, do you know that if your customers vote yes on this, they're going to be spending less with you?
Oh, you're talking about like a form of argumentation and then have that go.
Not
Okay.
really,
Yeah.
not really. I mean,
I
Campaign.
think that you take a look at some of the businesses that have closed in this area,
Right.
and it's frightening.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's not going to eventually hurt the needless markups, okay?
Right.
It's going to hurt the small business person. And and those are the ones I think that when you go down, Harts Avenue or whatever, and you talk to some of these people, say, by the way, you might want to know this.
Betsy, two things. Number one, when you leave, if you happen to know any, let's say, gas station owner at a corner gas station, prominent place, that's a place to put one of those signs. So if you know somebody like that, take one and get it installed there. Secondly, I'm due to speak to the assembled chambers of commerce online on the 19th of this month right now. It's a changed schedule. And they originally were going to put me on opposite the other sides, but decided that would become rather unwieldy, as you can guess. And so instead, I'm supposed to have on my own talk to the assembled chambers of commerce via Zoom on the 19th. And so that's beneficial itself.
Cities and
Now,
countries.
yes. And now think about it. What kind of commercial offering is most susceptible to a big problem in somebody's eyes? Somebody buying a car. Think about what 0.625% does in buying that car. They're already paying 9+, in some cases over 10%. So you go out and buy a $40,000 car, you're already paying $4,000 in sales taxes alone. And so that needs to stop. These continuing escalations. One question I always have is we've got population either staying the same or gradually increasing. Why do taxes always exceed the rate of inflation, especially when population hasn't changed? It's because they're paying more and more and more to the employees of public agencies, as you saw those abusive numbers that I put up there before. So I know two things in answer. Take a sign if you know somebody where a prominent sign can go. Number two, get to all of these local online publications. And number three, get out there with the instant, like you said, Betsy, get to the merchants themselves who are most affected. So a lot of people are really on the bubble in terms of whether their company survives or not.
Exactly.
And like you said, and so car companies, do we have any input from the car guys?
Yeah, I've been spoken to them.
Initially? Okay. So is there a merchants association for the car people?
So I do.
Yeah, I should
I
probably
looked
check.
up associations in Comcast.